Okay, I'm back. Hopefully I get through the rest of this video without getting interrupted. So it just turns out my grandson just got hurt at school, and that was my daughter calling me just to let me know. So anyway, where exactly did I leave off? Debulking surgery, blisters. Where did I leave off? Oh, the drain, I think. So what happened was after he cut the drain and it didn't squeeze and all that kind of stuff, um, they had to remove the drain. Oh, I said this already. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I did say this. Where the heck did I leave off? The blisters. So I had all these blisters, and there was no way in 2 weeks that I would be able to go back to work. I couldn't move between the heat on my leg and the blisters. I'm trying to hold it out because now when I went to see him after the 1 week checkup, um, I said, I have an appointment again for next week, the regular appointment. He said, no, that's too soon. Put it out for 3 weeks. And, I wasn't comfortable with that, but I hadn't had the red heat come up yet. And I hadn't had the blisters except for the one that I went to see him about. So, I thought, all right, well, 3 weeks, I guess, he knows what he's talking about. All I kept thinking was, like, this was a huge surgery. Anyway, so within the next couple of days after I saw him, everything was heating up, everything was blistering. And I do think it was a result of the ACE bandaging originally, that the snugness of the bandaging, and then those new, they're not butterflies, but what I mean, surgical bandages. And so, a result of those two things pulling the skin and doing whatever, I think that that's what created the blisters. And then, like I said, I had the very painful blisters on the back. And I didn't go back to him at that point because it really served no purpose. She said, the PA, put the Vaseline with the bandages on it and, wasn't too impressed by the whole thing. Actually, she had said to do that with the big one as well, but that obviously didn't help anything. The thing was huge. So, and again, pictures are gross, but I do have pictures of the blisters and the heat. Like if you saw the inner part of my leg, it was almost like the color of like between rare and medium roast beef. It was bad. And it was so hot. I mean, it was ridiculously hot. So, what did I do? I don't remember if I told him. I don't remember. All I know is that I want to say that I called them and oh, that's what I did. So I called and of course he wasn't at the office, which I wouldn't expect him to. He not only is a vascular surgeon, but he does all, obviously all different types of surgery. So when I called, and he wasn't at the office or whatever time I had called the office, and so I called, I got the service, and so the service said that they have one of the doctors on call, to notify or what have you. So I gave the call center the information, and they said they would call him, and that him being the other doctor, and then get back to me. So what wound up happening is that the service called right back apologizing, and they said, we looked at our notes and we're supposed to ring him immediately. So they did. They patched us right through, and I explained to him what was going on, and he didn't seem too moved either. And like I said, I think that they were residents, the other two guys that I had seen. And so I explained to him again, and I said, listen, because, part of my concern is MRSA, some other kind of thing that's going to make me lose a limb. And so I told him, I said, listen, for as hot and as red as it is, I feel like I should have antibiotics. I want antibiotics, if for no other reason, even if it doesn't help me It'll give me peace of mind. And do I know about antibiotics, taking them and how it makes them eventually be where your body is resistant and doesn't work? I know all of that, but I don't take antibiotics like that. So I'm not really worried about the fact that that would happen to me. And at this point, if I was at the hospital and they felt that I shouldn't have it, they would give it to me, right? So this is what I want. And it doesn't mean he was going to give it to me, but he did. And I don't remember the name of the antibiotic right now, but I could tell you it stunk. And it was one of those that do everything from MRSA to, I think, anthrax and everything in between. It was like a super powerful antibiotic that stunk. I mean, there's still a few in the bottle, and every time I open up the drawer, I'm like, ugh. But why did I hold on to them? Because you never know. I don't know. And so anyway, so I took the antibiotics, and now whether they played a part in everything subsiding, or was this just part of the healing process that it got so hot? I don't know. But what also happened, and this is the one day of the whole thing where if I was going to cry, it was this day. When I tell you the pain was unbearable. I mean, I didn't sleep. I couldn't think straight. It was so bad. The pain was so bad. And it lasted for hours. Hours. And so, inner lower thigh, not far from the knee, maybe 5 or 6 inches from the knee on the inner part. The pain was insane. And basically, it was like this big of an area. And the reason I know that is because I cuffed it the whole night. And I would liken it to the Incredible Hulk when he's bursting out of his shirt. Well, it was like whatever was under my skin was breaking out. And, a part of me psychologically said with every pain that I had, well, nerves are reconnecting, this has to reconnect, da 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 da. And so I would talk out the pain. This pain, there was no talking out of. This was horrendous. And as a matter of fact, it was before I got the ACE bandage. So I know my timeline is a little screwed up because things are coming to me bit by bit. The pain was horrendous. And what I think was happening was part of the inside, right? So while I'm talking to you, I'm trying to think of what to compare it to. And so think of a sausage link, right? And you have the meat inside, and then you have the casing. So my leg would be the casing, the skin, and then you have the meat on the inside. So what it seemed like was, let's say like the sausage was overfilled just in that one spot, and it was trying to break out through the skin. And what I saw when I look in the mirror was it seemed like, remember, this is not a plastic surgeon. This is a vascular surgeon. So he's not going about trying to make things pretty beautiful or what have you. There was no lipo where no, this was serious to the bone surgery. And so, the end result, here's my leg going like this. And then I felt like there was just like a little bump right where that pain was. Now, this is a day or two after I had this pain. So you can't tell me that it wasn't the skin, the inside trying to break through the skin. And had I had the ACE bandaging at that time, maybe it wouldn't have even happened, or I wouldn't have had the pain because I would have had the support to press back against it, and maybe it wouldn't have done what it did. I don't know. Maybe it would have still. Looking at it and comparing it now, and looking at other people's legs, that are overweight, but, definitely not with lymphedema or lipedema. Maybe it looks like other people's legs. Like you're supposed to have that, it makes sense for it to be over by the knee a little bit, I guess. and I've never thought that I was going to get Barbie doll legs. I just knew that this was going to slim down, because this leg is, this leg, I'm pointing like you can see me, my right leg is, the thigh isn't significantly bigger, but you could tell the calf, the lower part of my leg, that is significantly bigger. But nothing like what you see on TV with these people with like elephantitis, and it's a regular leg with more meat, you know. It's and over the course of the day or the night, you know, it will swell. So I can get some cuffing, but not where it sits on my foot. But you'll see a line, you know. Um, so anyway, all that being said, I had these blisters. Eventually they went away. I had that pain. It went away the next day. So that's, you know, another thing that was kind of troubling. Like, why was it limited to that particular area? Why was it so intense? That wasn't, yeah, I should say that too. It wasn't anywhere near stitches. It wasn't something that was operated on. So I don't know why the, you know, I don't know why the result was that this thing was happening, the pain. All right, so anyway, fast forward, here we are now. That was August 24th. I worked from home immediately after I got home. And so I had the surgery on Wednesday. I was working from home on Friday. I thought I would be back to the office. I can come and go, you know, hybrid office. But I thought I'd be back to work the next week. I wound up working from home the whole week. By the next week, I felt guilty, so I had to bring myself in, which I did. And it was tough though, because sitting on the office chair and having to prop up my leg and how to prop it up. Well, over the course of time, as time has run on, I started having more problems with the ace bandaging. It was causing my leg so much, I would say irritation, except I didn't really see red, you know, irritation. It just hurt. And so what I had already determined, which I think was part of the blister problem, was a latex allergy. Now, normally, like let's say I've had, you know, like the little stickers for the EKGs and all that stuff. If it was something like, if I was, let's say, in the hospital, because I have AFib, if I was in the hospital and I had the little, I don't know, they call probes, stickers, whatever the heck they're called. If I had those on, usually they stay on for the duration of the time that you're in the hospital. It would itch, and you know, I was very happy to pull them off. But I would have red marks, you know, not from pulling them off, but like I'd have red marks for a couple of days afterwards. But if I was asked, am I allergic to latex? I was never told that I was, so I would say no. But I want to think that some of that sticky stuff was probably, something was made with latex. So anyway, the ACE bandages, I have one on now. The ACE bandages, they have whatever kind of latex or span, I don't know what the hell it is. But anyway, it irritated my leg so badly that I couldn't wear the ACE bandage without trying to put something else to cover my skin before I wrapped it. And you know, I tried to get inventive. I was using pillowcases. Anyway, so what wound up finally happening was I wear the ACE bandage outside of my pants. Not so much when I wear it if I'm wearing jeans, but if I'm wearing, you know, any kind of pull-on stretch type of pants, I definitely wear the ACE bandage. And if I don't, but I'm not wearing it all the way down to my foot. He wants me to. So what the surgeon said is it basically 6 months to a year, the swelling is still doesn't go down back to normal or whatever the new normal would be. And so it's important to wear the ACE bandage as much as possible. Now, what I will say is that the ACE bandage definitely gives support to the areas that the incision, was. So, and I do find myself needing it. Like if I'm walking around without it, say at home, I took a shower, I am needing it. But when I had gone back to him for that check, when he took the few stitches out that didn't dissolve, I had said to him, I said, in a way, I really have buyer's remorse. And the reason that I do is I should have asked more questions, and instead of feeling so giddy about the fact that, I was going to get this taken care of. And I knew that the surgeon, he's very, not just experienced, he's held in high esteem, he's chief of the hospital, blah, blah, blah. So I know he knows what he's talking about. Anyway, I said I had buyer's remorse because what it felt like after the surgery, after I was able to just walk around, it felt like, if you've ever watched anything like My 600-Pound Life or what have you, you know how a lot of them have like a tumor or some a fatty tumor or whatever the heck it is, but some sort of extra pocket of fat. It kind of felt like that, like it was right in that same area pretty much that I explained had felt like it had broke out, maybe a little higher. It felt like as I was walking that I had like a lump there. And so I remember when I told him, he looked at the PA and they both looked puzzled about what I was talking about. Well, I was wrong. It's not from this leg. It's the other leg. Because since I've lost so much weight, I'll get into that on another video. But since I've lost so much weight, and of course gravity, age, skin elasticity, all of those kind of things, it's just, instead of it being a big fat leg, now it's a fat leg with just the skin hanging, right? So what it turns out is that it is the left leg, which was kind of accustomed to the left and the right walking like this. Now you have this one, and so this one is hitting it. When I tell you, this leg could basically, if I shook my leg, that part of the skin could probably, picture getting smacked across the face. It could smack my leg all the way. It's bad. So that's what it actually was. So you have this leg and then you have this one slapping. And so it feels terrible. It's very annoying to me. So I can't really walk around without some sort of, I'm going up almost up to 20 minutes again. So I can't walk around without the legs having some sort of pant. Like I have to get a few biker shorts. I have to get some new pajamas because since I've lost so much weight, the ones that I had gotten rid of because the pants I could pretty much pull up to my shoulder blades, right? My armpits. So, yeah, so I have to go shopping and find some new pajamas and definitely some biker shorts. Yeah, so that's where I'm at with that. Do I have pain now? No, like I said, I wear the ACE bandage. It doesn't hurt to sit in the office chair anymore. I'm much more mobile. And like I said, I'm a trooper. I know that, things are going to hurt. I get it all, But, so this is my experience. This is where I've been for now. I am going to make a weight loss update with Ozempic. And I'm not trying to hang anybody on. I think I've said before, I have a whole bunch of different topics. It's just a matter of getting myself, not just together. Most of the time, I really look like crap. When I was home after I had the surgery, I definitely looked like crap. And, but I kept saying, I should make a video. I should make a video so people could see what, listen, I have the pictures, trust me. That's graphic enough. And so, yeah, so today I just wanted to make it my business to put this up because procrastination, I have to beat it and try to make myself, be more accountable. So that's it, guys. I will make a new video soon. I'm almost really right at 20 minutes. So take care, everybody. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.